Good day everyone, I'm Karen and I will tackle about the illustration of quadratic equations. Illustrations of quadratic equations. Our objective today is identify and describe quadratic equation, write quadratic equations into standard form, and determine the values of a, b, and c in a quadratic equations. So, what is it? Polynomials are classified according to the highest power of each variable. A first degree like 2x plus 3 equals to 0 is a linear. A second degree like 2x squared plus 3x plus 2 equals 0 is quadratic. A third degree like 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3 plus 2 equals 0 is cubic. A fourth degree like 4x the power of 4 plus 10x cubed plus 5x squared plus 1 equals 0 is quartic. A 5 degree like 10 the power of 5 plus 5x the power of 4 plus 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus 5 equals 0. It is called a quintic. So that's all. Then the equation is in standard form if its terms are arranged from the term with the highest degree up to the term with the lowest term. Like example, 4x 3 plus 5 2x squared plus 3x the power of 4 minus 3x plus 2 equals 0. So in this case, we notice that this equation is not arranged from the highest to the lowest. So we arrange it to call this to standard form. So we arrange this 4x the power of 5 plus 3x the power of 4 plus 4 the power of 3 plus 2x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So we can see we arrange this equation to the standard form, to the highest degree to the lowest. We can see that the highest degree is 5. So this equation is in standard form. Example number 2. X minus x squared plus 3x cubed minus 1 equals to 0. So, in example number 2, the equation is not arranged. So, we arrange it to standard form. So, 3x cubed minus x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, this one is in standard form. Quadratic equation in one variable is a mathematical sentence of degree 2 that can be written in the standard form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Where ax squared is a quadratic term, where bx is a linear term, and c is the constant term. So, I will give you an illustrative example, like example number 1. 2x squared plus 6x minus 3 equals to 0 is the quadratic equation. In standard form with a equals 2, b equals 6, and c is equal to negative 3. Why do you think that the ax squared is not equal to 0? So illustration 3 ax squared plus bx equals to plus c equals to 0, where a is equals to 0. So 0 squared plus bx plus c. So 0 squared is equal to 0. So 0 plus bx plus c equals to 0. Then bx plus c equals to 0. So we cannot call this a quadratic equation because the degree, this degree is first. This one is the degrees of this is 1, so we cannot call this a quadratic equation because the quadratic equation is the first degree is ax squared plus bx plus 0. So illustrative example number 2. A rectangular football field with a total area of 7,000 square meters and the length is 40 meters more than its width. So we draw, this is the length, this is the width. So the width is x plus 40 meters. And the length is x. This is the width, the length. So the area of this is 7,000 square meters. The formula of the rectangular is A is the area of the rectangle, length times width. So the length here is x. Then the width x plus 40, x plus 40. Then the area is 7,000. So here, so this 7,000 equals to x times x is x squared. X times 40 is plus 40. 2. So then x squared plus 40. Then the 7,000 we put here. So the sign here, the sign positive is changed to negative. So 7,000 equals to 0, and that is and the equation is a quadratic equation. Sorry, 40x 40x. So, illustrative example number 3. 3x times x minus 4 equals to 10 is a quadratic equation. However, it is not written in standard form. So, we notice this is not written in standard form. So, we solve it to form a standard form. So, 3x times x minus 4 equals 10. So, 3x times x equals to 3x squared. 3x times negative 4 is negative 12x equals to 10. So, the constant here is 10. So, 3x squared minus 12x, then 10 we put here. So, the sign here will be changed to negative 10 equals to 0. So, the equation is in standard form. So, illustrative example number 4. Express x squared equals 7x in standard form. So, x squared equals to 7x. X squared, this 7x will be put here. So, the sign here is negative 7x equals to 0. And then, this is the standard form of the equation. So, illustrative example number 5. Express the fractional equation x equals to 1 over x minus 3 as a quadratic equation. So here, this is a fractional. So, to solve this one, 1 over x minus 3, we multiply both sides. So, both sides, because the LCD here is the x minus 3, so both sides, x minus 3. We cancel this one and this one. So, x, then the remaining is x minus 3 times x equals 1. Here, x times x is x squared. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x equals to 1. Then, x squared minus 3x minus 1 is equals to 0. And then, it is a standard form. Example number 6. Express the equation 3x plus 2x squared plus 4 equals 5 in standard form. We notice this one here is not arranged to standard form. So, and then the equals here is 5, the constant 4 and 5. So here we solve 3x plus 2x squared plus 4 equals 5. So 3x plus 2x squared plus 4, then 5 we put here, the sign that here will be changed to negative 5 equals to 0. So these constants are the same. So 3x plus 2x squared, 4 minus 5, the greater than is negative. So 4 minus 5 is negative 1 equals to 0. Then we arrange this to standard form. So 2x squared plus 3x equals to minus 1 equals to 0. So it is in standard form. Last, not that the least, when b equals to 0 in the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, it is resulted to a quadratic equation of the form ax squared plus c equals to 0. Example, 2x squared plus 5 equals to 0. The quadratic term and the constant. So, example number 1, number 2, 3x squared plus 10 equals to 0. Like that. When c is equal to 0 in the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, it resulted to a quadratic equation of the form ax squared plus bx equals to c. The quadratic term and the linear term. So here, for example, 10x squared minus 5x equals to 0. Number 1. Number 2, for example, 2x squared plus 3x equals to 0. All answers are reported in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0 with a is greater than to 0 and where the greatest common factor of all non-zero coefficient is 1. So, that's all and thank you.